Hi there, guys. I'm here again. I'm going to talk about a very useful plant that I just happened to go hiking up in the mountains earlier today and found it. I haven't seen it for quite a while, but I'm glad I ran across it. It comes from the bamboo family, and it's found in much of the western United States, especially in Wyoming, Utah, Colorado, Nevada. You can find it up in the Pacific Northwest as well. It's a very useful plant that the Mormon pioneers used to use as their trek towards Utah back in the late 1800s. It's called Mormon tea, and it comes in these little shoots. You can see the little shoots that are in this right here, and it is not really edible, but it's not poisonous either. The Mormon pioneers would take these, and it comes in little shoots, and they would take these apart. And right there at the very tips of these, you can see where the little black line was on this one. And they would pick these apart, and they would boil them and make it into a tea, hence the word Mormon tea. This plant is very useful. It's got two other sisters, actually. Sister plants, and one of them is called the horsetail plant. And what it is it's almost identical to this. It's almost like a straight stalk, grows out of the ground, except there's going to be little shoots that come off of it. And that's going to be your horsetail. So you're going to have a straight stalk like this. The other plant is called a scouring rush plant. It's very identical to the Mormon tea plant, except at the very tip, it's going to have a little flower-like bulb at the very tip. All three of these plants are very closely related. Like I said, they are not poisonous. However, you can boil them and drink them. The Mormon pioneers back in the day, what they would do is they would take these and they would separate each one of these stalks like this, and they would put them in a controlled environment like an airtight jar, an airtight bag, or anything like that. And you can actually store these through the winter months and have Mormon tea throughout the winter months. It's a very sweet tea. You can put honey in it, sugar in it, like that. It's very good for your kidneys, liver, and your urinary tract. Now, if you do happen to eat these, you'll get probably a little bit of a stomach ache, things of that nature, because they're very hard on the digestive system. But these plants here are very abundant throughout the western United States, and they're used for the elements of, if you get a headache, it'll help with the headache, your kidneys, liver, and your urinary tract. So these are a very useful plant. If you see them, you can gather these things up and put them in a controlled environment, and you can have green tea throughout the winter months. So these are, you can find them in dry, marshy areas, along roadsides, rocky crop out areas, things of that nature, and that's a very useful plant. So if you happen to come across these, it'd be best to, pick some of these up, and you can store them. They break apart into these little, like, tubers. Like I said, they come from the bamboo family, and it's a very useful plant to have. You enjoy. Until next time.